Recently, I've been making a lot of videos about Luka, and I've actually been watching a lot of Mavs game recently. Shout out to the Mavs last night, because Kyrie had 44 and 10, I think. Man was going crazy, and it's really good to see Kyrie at a high level again, because Kyrie is just that guy. Shout out to Tim Hardaway Jr. He was doing good to that shot on the side of the backboard. Don't know what's up with dog. Other than that, Mavs look good. But I want to talk about Luka, even though he was hurt last night, and I think he'll be back soon. But what I want to pinpoint is the fact that I believe Luka Doncic has already made it into top 10 all-time conversations in the NBA. And now, I'm probably looking like mad young, so you're like, how are you going to like compare top 10 players in the NBA? Well, I actually can't, because I don't know the top 10 players in the NBA, but I'm going to tell you what I do know. Personally, as a Warriors fan, I'm a Curry fan. I've been a Curry fan for my whole life. Ever since I started watching basketball, I've been watching Curry. But I will tell you this. I know Stephen Curry, and I know for a fact that Steph Curry is in top 10 conversations all time, right? And I know this. Luka Doncic right now is generally better than Stephen Curry ever was. And I'm saying that as a Warriors fan. And before we even go there, let's talk about something really quickly. Let's talk about the fact that every single great player that's ever played in the game of basketball that's like top 10 all time always have that thing. Like Kobe, it was on that low post, that footwork on the low post. It really was a high post. It's that fadeaway. Kobe was different. He could do it on a low post and on a high post. You couldn't guard Kobe. He had too much of a bag. Jordan was the same with that mid-range, that fadeaway. Steph Curry is the three-point shot. Where Larry Bird on that mid-range, he was telling you what he was about to do. He had the ball. He was looking at you. You said, all right, brother, I'm going to do a crossover. I'm going to step back. I'm going to hit this shot in your face right here. And then he did it. And it wasn't even a thing. It was that simple. It was that clean. It was money. James Harden's not on that level, but James Harden has a step back, right? You look at LeBron going down into that paint. You can't stop him. You look at Shaq, he get that ball down low. You can't do nothing with him. Every single great player has that thing. You're not going to tell me Luka's thing ain't that step back. Luka got a step back, ain't nobody messing with it. He's too big. We haven't seen a player be able to shoot the ball at his height. When we going to talk about it? He's too big. We haven't seen this before. He's doing things we have not seen. To step back at his height, he's way too big. He's just too big. You can't guard a step back like that. You know, the more prolific your step back has to do with as big as you are. Steph Curry has an amazing step back. I'm a Curry fan. I'm going to keep talking about Curry, right? Curry's step back is amazing. It's one of the better step backs in the NBA. And I think his step back is probably cleaner and more effective than Luka's. But Luka's, or not more effective, because Luka's works way more than Steph. Well, why? Because Luka's bigger. He's bigger. So for one, he's got range. And his range is the range that goes from you being a little 6'3" guard to me being up here, right? When he steps back, he does this long, big step back, and he's always leaning back. He's mastered the art of shooting at an angle. He's never upright. He's shooting back almost always. And so him with his longer legs, him being bigger, having the body weight to push off a little bit without it being a foul, to hit that step back and stick the shot every time. You can't do anything with it. And I don't think anybody's going to be able to do anything with it unless you put a forward on him. Forwards are going to have to guard Luka. You can't put a guard on Luka. It's not, no, because he's too big. It's when the playoffs come, it will be this season, and this Mavs team is going to be a team that everybody should be watching because they're going to be fun to watch in the playoffs. When the playoffs come, you're going to see that the moment you put a little baby guard on Luka, or even a 2, it's not gonna work. He's too big, and he got a step back. You can't do nothing with it. Every single great player has that thing, that ting. Luka has it. You can't guard his step back. So automatically, how Steph got a 3-point shot, Luka got a step back. How Steph running around the court, you can't stop Steph, Luka got that. And Luka's generally an all-around better player than Steph ever was, besides, I would say, 2 seasons. There's 2 seasons that I would definitively say that Steph Curry was, in, not by large margins, a better player than Luka. The first was in 2021. It was in 2021. Steph Curry, I believe in April, was averaging like 40 points a game. That was a season he had like 62 against the Blazers. Curry was going crazy that season. That season, Curry was different. I think Curry that season, it's really debatable still, but I think he was a little bit better than Luka is this season. Other than that, there might be another season that I would say that Steph might have a little bit of leverage, and that season was his unanimous MVP season. 30 points a game, 50, 40, 90. Actually, in that season, he wasn't as good as he was in 2021, so I would say Luka probably still better than him. So the only really year that Curry's really been better than Luka over Curry's long career, being about to be 36, is 1 year, and that's 2021. Luka Doncic is, I don't know how it is, like 23, 20, 22, 23, 24. He's a youngin'. He just came in the league. He came in with Trae Young. He's young. Luka already is a top 10 player of all time. What you doing with Luka? There's no way you're going to look at Kobe Bryant and Kobe's game and say Luka is not on the level right now. I'm not saying he's comparable to Kobe yet, because once you start comparing players, then the accolades come in. But if you're just talking about basketball skill, unstoppable players, Luka's up there. All around, he's offensive wise, he might end up being the best offensive player ever. Because for one, I believe he's going to go down top 5 shooter of all time. He's going to be one of the greater passers of all time. He's one of the greatest guard rebounders of all time already. We just saw Westbrook make history averaging a triple-double. He'll probably be doing that by next season. He's already historic. So what are we talking about right now? It's no way you're going to look at Luka Doncic, because I know he gets disrespected so much on Twitter. People hate Luka for some reason. For some reason, the idea goes around that SGA is better and having a better season than Luka. I hate doing that, because I'm not trying to hate on SGA, but SGA not up there with Luka, not right now. No, Luka's better, way better. And it's not really close. Luka and SGA is like Steph to Westbrook. That's how it is. It's like Steph in his prime versus Westbrook in his prime. Me saying that Steph is better than Westbrook in his prime is not me saying that Westbrook is not good, but it's really even more levels to it than that. That's really, I'm lessening it. It's more levels to it. All right, it's not really close. So when it comes down to it, Luka right now, in my opinion, is already the best player in the league, but I would not give him that title. I would give the title to Nikola Jokic right now. Why would I give the title to Jokic? Because Jokic has proven it. So, like, you can be, like, basketball-wise, you put a ball in somebody's hands. Right now, who do I want the ball? Like, I want the ball to be in Luka's hands. Like, he's the best player in the league. But then, like, being a great player, there's more to it than just being a great player. You have to be able to prove it. You got to be able to do it in the playoffs and on the big stage, and you got to be a great leader on and off the court and this and that. And so that's why Luka's not in the top 10 conversations yet already. There's more to it than that. But if you just give a basketball in a player's hands, it's no way you're saying Luka's not better than Steph. Who am I taking all time? I'm taking Steph, because Steph has proven he's a great leader. He's humble. He's won 4 championships, so obviously he's going to be ranked higher than Luka on anybody's list right now. But Luka, like, is with the basketball in his hands, just on the court, nothing else, no leadership, no nothing. Like, Luka's way better than Steph ever was. Can we agree on that? Once Luka proves it, and once Luka wins a few chips, it's no way you're not saying he's the greatest point guard ever. He's already better. He's already better than Steph ever was. He proves it. He wins championships. He becomes a great leader. He cares. You know, he stops playing around. He grows up a little bit. The greatest point guard ever. What? The greatest ever. I know, like, I'm jumping the gun here, and y'all might be like, you a Warriors fan? You over here doing your boy Steph dirty? Man, I love Steph. Is my GOAT, like, of basketball wise, like, not literally, but like, he's like my greatest of all time. Like, Steph, I watch every game. They be down 30 points. They were just down 30 points in New Orleans. I watched the full game. We be down 20 in the second quarter. I watched the full game. I watch it. Why? Because I'm a real fan. I'm a real Curry fan. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. I know greatness when I see it. Bro, Curry never been as good as Luka. Ever. Curry don't have that. Besides 2021. 2021 was the only year. That's when I was like, okay, yeah, Steph is probably the greatest point guard of all time. Magic might have the edge a little bit, but yeah, he's top 10 player of all time. That's when 2021 hit. I was like, I'm finally like able to put my favorite player in them conversations with Kobe and them, right? Because he proved it. And so 2021 is the only year. Other than that, no. Curry's like maybe unanimous MVP Curry. No other Curry. No. No. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. That was my little rant on Luka Doncic. I hope you guys watched all the way through. If you did, man, shout out to you. Whoa, that rhymed. And I just, whatever. Anyway, I'll see y'all. Peace out.